JoJo, will you accept this rose?
Yeah. Oh, no, he's not happy. He doesn't want to be with JoJo. He just want to be with me, huh? Oh. Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. So you guys know what time it is. We are going to be talking about The Bachelorette. So this week was a little bit different. It was 2 nights in a row, which totally screwed me up, I'm gonna be honest. 4 hours of TV that I have to sit there and pay attention to is just very difficult, but I did it, and let's get started. Okay, so I'm gonna start off with the 3rd episode, which was Monday night. Now, there was just so much that happened in these 2 nights. Like, I have to break it up between nights because I just know it's gonna get too confusing. So, night 1, JoJo went on a date with Chase. Now, am I the only person that had no idea who Chase was? I could have sworn they got him off the street that day. I didn't even know Chase existed. But, let me just say, I am really loving Chase. So their yoga date was so intense. I was so nervous watching it. I almost felt like I was watching something that I wasn't supposed to be. It was so like just nerve-wracking and uncomfortable. That moment where she's sitting on his lap and they're like breathing their breath and they're like this far away from each other. I was getting so anxious. I'm like, oh my God, please kiss her or something. It's getting so awkward. I do feel like Chase is a little bit more on the reserve side. Like he seems to be maybe a little more quiet and shy. Not that that's a bad thing, but I just feel like JoJo's super outgoing. JoJo's very like touchy. She's constantly like hugging them and rubbing them. And Chase, I just feel like is, you know, he's like takes a step back a little bit. But I am so glad that he made that move and he just went in there and kissed her, because honestly, if he didn't, I was just gonna say, you know what? Bye-bye, Chase. You had your chance. See you later. Thankfully, he like broke out of his shell a little bit and kissed her, and it was just so passionate. It was just, oh my gosh, I felt so uncomfortable watching it. Now, Evan, I don't know what you guys think, but I really don't like Evan. Evan bugs me. Evan really bothers me. The fact that Evan takes so much time and effort to talk about Chad is just so annoying to me. It really is. I mean, you're there for JoJo. You're there to meet JoJo and date JoJo and hopefully become JoJo's husband. Don't sit there and waste all your time talking about Chad. Don't worry about Chad. Stop following Chad around. Stop obsessing over Chad. Like, enough of him. Focus on you. Focus on JoJo. If anything, focus on her. Evan took so much time out of his day to talk about Chad and the steroid use. Now I'm kind of backtracking my thoughts about Chad. With Chad originally, I felt so bad for him because he did express about his mom and his mom passing away 6 months ago, and I don't make light of that. I know how hard death is, and I felt so bad for him. I felt like maybe that's where his anger was coming from, or just his attitude in general was coming from. But the whole steroid topic got brought up, and when Chris Harrison confronted Chad on the steroid use, he didn't really deny it. He just said that he didn't bring it there. So, I don't know. I feel like maybe Chad's anger issues and Chad's rage is just part of that roid rage. And honestly, Chad just needs to be put in timeout. He needs to clear his brain, clear everything, detox or something, and just go. Chad's getting too much. Another thing I didn't like about Evan, now I know I just kind of jumped back and forth, but another thing that really bothered me about Evan was his ultimatum to JoJo. I just feel like it's way too early on in the season here to be throwing out ultimatums, especially like Evan, what sort of impression have you made on JoJo so far? I mean, you haven't gone on a one-on-one date with her. It just seemed really weird that you'd give an ultimatum like that. Like, I understand Chad needs to go, but come on. I just feel like Evan should have gone right there. I mean, JoJo should have just been like, listen, I'm not down for ultimatums. Like, no thank you. I understand the way you feel and I appreciate you being honest, but Don't give me an ultimatum. Now, she did go on another one-on-one date with James Taylor. I just think James is so sweet. Do I think James is gonna go far in the season? No, not so much. And I hate saying that because I loved that James really opened up to JoJo, and it really broke my heart when he talked about how he was bullied when he was younger. That kind of stuff is just so wrong, and it happens way too much, and it irks me, and it just, makes me like hate people. I don't like that. I hate that. I am always rooting for the underdog, so that behavior, that bullying stuff just really, really pisses me off. I feel very bad for James, and I just think he's such a sweet guy. If anything, I really hope that they let him be a part of one of the spin-off shows or anything like that, because I just feel like he deserves such a good girl, and maybe he'll meet her on Bachelor in Paradise. Who knows? Now, episode 4, it so bugs me that they ended on that note. The way that they showed their previews, I swear I thought like Chad just went psycho at everyone and just like beat the hell out of everyone. Evan just kept getting nosebleeds, and James unfortunately had a little accident in football, so that was good to know. I was really hoping Chad didn't go haywire just yet. But Luke, my guy Luke, he got a one-on-one, and let me tell you, I am so team Luke. Luke has got to win. Luke has got to go far. That date between her and Luke was just fantastic. I had chills the whole time. I just felt like I was there. It was the sweetest, most genuine date, and just the way that Luke looks at JoJo, it's just, what girl doesn't want their guy to look at them like that? I love, 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 love Luke for her. Everything about him. Some of the stuff that he mentioned about tomorrow is never guaranteed and that you should always appreciate life. I just think that those are such good mottos to live by. I love and can appreciate anyone that thinks that way, because I think that way. I honestly just feel like Luke says all of the right things. The way that he opens up and the way that he talks and the way that he just is. I don't know if it's because of his life experience, but Luke has it going on. Luke is making his way up to the top. I'm telling you, if Luke does not get JoJo, Luke has got to be the next Bachelor. That's it. I have decided that. I think I need to contact ABC and tell them, like, listen, I got your next guy if JoJo doesn't pick him. So on the group date, they did that football thingy. As you can tell, I'm really not that big into sports. But I just felt like a lot of the attention was on Jordan because of who his brother is. And you guys already know how I feel about Jordan. I'm not liking Jordan. I just kind of feel like he is too good to be true. I feel like he's way too smooth. JoJo said a lot of the same things I said about Jordan in our first video here. I mean, he's way too smooth. He just knows how to play the game. And I'm glad that she can somewhat see that, because I just don't trust him. I don't like Jordan. Okay, so for that 2-on-1 date, I was nervous for JoJo. I had anxiety for JoJo. Watching the craziness happen just throughout that episode with Chad. Like, Chad, what is going on? You have got to go away. This is nuts. Chad threatening everyone on live TV, saying that he's gonna come beat their ass, and who does that? I knew that once JoJo got the word of him threatening everyone in the house, that he was just a goner. I mean, I don't blame her for that. You know, if he's threatening all of them, I don't know. Chad needs to like take a little vacation. Now, I am so curious to see what happens, because the previews of the next episode, Chad shows up at the house. What is he doing there? Why aren't they kicking him out? Why is he here? Chad, go away. So, and even though Alex isn't my favorite guy on the show, I am definitely relieved that Alex got the rose and not Chad. So here are my predictions so far. For the hometown dates, which I know is a little ways away, I believe it's going to be Luke, Jordan, possibly Robbie. I'm kind of on the fence about Robbie, but I feel like Robbie's a maybe. Chase And yeah, those are just my predictions. Obviously, I have no idea. I am not Googling anything Bachelorette because I don't want to read a spoiler. I've done that before and it's just pissed me off, and then I didn't want to watch the rest of the season. I'm honestly, like I said, I am on Team Luke. I am rooting for Luke. I think I need to get a shirt that says Team Luke. I think I gotta get on that. So let me know what you guys think about these 2 episodes. As always, comment down below if you agree with me, disagree with me, whose team you're on, if you love Luke, if you hate Luke, if you love Chad still. Let me know down below. As you guys probably heard, the next episode is not going to be for 2 weeks, but make sure you come check out my channel next week because I will have another video posted. Probably not something Bachelorette, but it will be something else exciting. So thank you guys so much for watching, and I will see you guys all next week. Bye.